When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of working hard till the job gets done. Gary has taught me that to be successful, you need to surround yourself with quality people.
Gary Stebbins, I think, of a great leader who truly cares about the people he works around. Gary has taught me how to be a calculated risk taker and an asshole when buying equipment.
Gary, I think of 25 hours a day, 8 days a week.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of someone who is very kind and very humble. Gary has taught me that every person at EMB is just as valuable as the next, from the president on down to the office staff.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of someone who is kind, loyal, caring, and has a true passion for EMB Paving. Gary has taught me to have an opinion, to make a decision, and move on.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of being competitive. The man's competitive in work and his golf and every aspect of his life. Gary is a bulldog. When I think about things Gary has taught me during our working together, the main thing he's taught me is how important it is to pick the right partner in life. He's such a much happier person since he met Paving.
When I think of Gary, I think of a great leader for our industry, a great guy to work for, and a great friend. Gary has taught me to be a good competitor, that it takes a team to be successful and to be considered to all our employees as well as our customers.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of hard work, dedication, commitment, and consideration for others.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of a leader that is humble, consistent, acts with integrity, strives to win, loves his team, is supportive in good times and bad, and is very grateful. Gary has taught me respect, quiet confidence, and patience.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of good boss, great friend, and fishing buddy. Gary has taught me is to be a strong supporter of your favorite team, to never lie about how big they are, and to never ever go golfing without an eraser.
When I think of Gary, I think of a mentor, a partner, and most of all, my friend. What has Gary taught me? Get her done.
I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of a friend, a respected leader of this company, admired for his knowledge and dedication, which has helped make EMB Paving what it is today. Gary has taught me not to forget where you came from, to build on relationships and not to move past them or to forget about them.
Of Gary Stebbins, I think of competitive. He will bet on anything.
When I think of Gary Stebbins, I think of EMB Paving.
Thanks, Gary!
Thank you, Gary. No matter how hard it gets, it always gets built. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. Enjoy your retirement and boiler up.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Hey Gary, from the Muncie office, we would all like to say thank you.
Hey, assholes, you guys left me out of this. I'm ready.
Sorry.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Happy retirement, Gary. Thanks for your many years of service.
Thank you, Gary.
This place, someone you can lend a hand in return for grace. So beautiful.